Hey folks, so as promised, I want to put together a quick video for you about what you should do this week while you are also working on your research. Okay, so obviously we're going to work on the research. What I would like first and foremost is for you to submit your research answers again by Monday. Okay, so just Monday. It's Monday, April 4th. Just any changes you've made to them, just submit them again. Okay, and we'll just get them listed out here. Other things I want to point out here. Okay. First and foremost, if you need to go back to Professor Moore's Google Hacks presentation, or if you missed class for some reason, the link for that presentation is right here. Then we're going to do a little bit of peer review on introductory paragraphs. These are, if you click this link, it will open a Google Doc. If you have any problems with this opening, please don't hesitate to let me know. What we've got here actually are all of your introductions. There's no names on them, anything of that sort. What I want you to do is two things. Number one, read through all of them, and then identify which introduction you think is the strongest. And then explain why you think it's the strongest. We did this a little bit with Essay 2. Okay, but then for each of the other introductions, I want you to identify what the author might do to improve them. Give them a little bit of advice. One of the things I found in peer reviews, you guys are really perfectly willing to tell people when they're doing a good job. It's difficult, I think, to critique, to criticize, okay? What I want you to do is move past thinking about this as criticism, but thinking about it as advice. What can you do to help them? What suggestions would you do? What suggestions would you give to the author of this introduction? So for each of these introductions, number one, find the one you think is the best. If there's any advice you've got to give to them, please feel free to make use of it. If you have no advice to give to them, that's perfectly fine. Highlight paragraph, sentence in it, the whole paragraph, depending on what you need to do, and then just add a comment about what your recommendations to this person are. Okay? It says introductory paragraph peer review. All right, so as I said, please submit your answers again by Monday. I'll go ahead and put a folder up here. I forgot to put it in ahead of time because it's back in last week's work. But to save you from having to go find it again, I'll drop it in this week's work. And then I want you to complete our source evaluation exercise, okay? So there's a sample worksheet here. This is the exact same sort of analysis rubric that we used for Essay 2. But of course, in Essay 2, we're using it to sort of compare our two two studies that we were looking at. What I want you to do for Essay 3 is to use the same document, and here's this blank template right here. You're going to see we've got more columns, okay? So we've got more columns because what I want you to do is put each source you're intending to use in Essay 3 across the top. Again, you should have those MLA citations from the databases or that you've created as you're getting ready to work on this. And then again, assess each of these sources for currency, authority, the study population, the design. What can you explain about how they came to these conclusions, bias, all of these sorts of things that we looked at with essay number 2. But of course, we're no longer doing this to have information to use in essay number 2. It's about you thinking about, is this a quality source? What makes this good or the best? And I shouldn't even say what makes this good. What makes this the best source for the question you've got? Okay? So feel free to add columns if you need to add columns here. If you've got more than 5 sources, please just add a column. But I want you to do a little bit of analysis, a little bit of evaluation on each source that you're going to use to answer those small questions for essay number 3. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know.